Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. I'm so glad you have joined me here today for this reading. I'm excited you're here, and I hope you are having a beautiful day or night whenever this reading found you. In today's pop-up, we are going to be talking about what you need to know most about this connection itself. So we are going to be doing a deep dive into the relationship, the connection, the soul bond you share with this person. I hope to provide you with information and insight as to what's going on, as well as clarity if there's anything you have been unsure about or confused about. When we are all said and done with this first spread that I have pulled for us here, we are then going to hop into the tarot, where we're going to talk about their specific thoughts and feelings and perception in the connection towards you. So what do they really think about you? How do they really feel about you? What are their burning desires? What are their intentions, their goals? I'm going to chat about that in detail using the tarot, and then we will pull a few channeled messages from this person to you to see what they would like to say to you right now, if they felt like they could be completely open and honest. We'll also pull a few tiles and charms later on in the reading for extra confirmation and insight. And then last but not least, we will end today's reading with a message just for you. And I do that to help you recenter and reset your focus and energy back toward yourself. So I highly encourage you to stick around, or at least fast forward to the end to help facilitate that. We will not be doing an extended for today's reading, but if you are interested in extendeds or exclusive readings and content, I also have a Patreon and a YouTube membership. You can find info about those below in the description box, as well as other ways to help support the channel and the community, along with some fun facts and bits of info. So I invite you to check that out. If you find yourself resonating with today's message, don't forget to hit that like button to let me know, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment down below if you would like to. If there's anything that really resonates with you, you're welcome to share with the collective. You guys, we're getting really close to 75,000 subscribers. We may even hit it by the time this reading posts, and I'm planning a fun event for the community when we hit that milestone. Still deciding on what to do, but we are going to have a celebration, so definitely don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because chances are it's going to be a good one. So let's get into it. Representing what you need to know, we have, hold on, I think these are a little crooked. That was bothering me. We have the Lover, the Forest and Aletheia, the Mystical Sister, the Androgen, Crocodile, Peacock, Fire Ant, and Vulture. Okay, so one thing I'm noting here is that we have 3 of the elements represented. The only one that's missing is Earth. But that can even be found over here with the forest. So you and your person may have very diverse astrology charts. You may have a very good blend of all 4 of the elements in your charts. That could be a piece of confirmation for you. It could even be that maybe you and your person are opposites, like one of you is water and earth, the other is air and fire, or vice versa. That doesn't have to be the case, but I like to shout out confirmation because sometimes that is helpful to you guys. We do have air dominant over here on this side, and there's a lot of birds and winged beings represented. So it could also be that somebody has dominant air in their charts. Anyway, I digress. The first thing I want to touch on for you guys today is that what I can see from this connection is that this love is very deep, it's true, but it's going to challenge the heck out of both of you. It's going to force you to change the way you view love in general. So maybe before meeting this person, you had an ideal picture or image of what you wanted love to look like, what you wanted a relationship to be like, what you thought your future lover would be like, their personality, the way the relationship would go, whatever it was. This connection forces you to look at it differently and change the way you view love and love relationships in general. And it's fascinating because I can see that the love you feel for each other and this love is very pure. It's very true. It really is real, deep, and raw, but it is really going to challenge the heck out of you. So if this is someone or something you're really committed to and you want to see this through, I guess it's just going to be really important that you have that recognition that there's going to be bumps in the road, there's going to be challenges, and it's going to push you out of your comfort zone, probably like no other connection ever has before. Or it's going to be up there. It's going to be in the top 5 for sure. Because this whole connection is going to feel like an adventure. It's going to feel like a roller coaster ride, not in like a karmic way where it's hot and cold, back and forth, in and out, toxic or turbulent, but it's going to push you out of your freaking comfort zone way. It's going to force you to grow. If you want this person to stick around, if they want you to stick around, if this connection is going to work, it's going to force both of you to elevate. It's going to force you to learn lessons, grow, heal, and get out of that comfort zone that was keeping you stuck in the past. That's the nature of this connection. So chances are you've already picked up on some of that energy with this person. If this is indeed your reading today, I would not say that it's probably been very easy. I think you've had deep moments where it has been, where the two of you are just bonding and connecting and it's felt good and great and grand. But this is the type of connection where one day everything is flowing smoothly. It's all sunshine and butterflies and rainbows, hugs and cuddles and deep conversations. And then the very next day, you're getting pushed out of your comfort zone like you haven't in months or weeks or years, and you have these big realizations, you're growing, you're achieving goals, and it's just like, that's just how it's gonna be. This isn't the type of connection that's gonna feel comfortable 24/7. Now, I want to note for you, anytime a swan comes out in a reading like this, I pay very close attention to that because swans are an important symbol to me. They symbolize higher level soul connections. They symbolize commitment, devotion, monogamy. So again, I don't think this connection is karmic in nature. It feels very much like a higher level soul connection. But I feel like especially with soulmates, sometimes there's this misunderstanding that soulmates are always meant to be peaceful and beautiful 24/7. That's usually not the case. I feel like that's a common misunderstanding. They do feel very harmonious. They feel very elevating, but they do come with their own sets of challenges as well. They will force you to grow. They will push you to grow. Not in the same way that like twin flame connections do, but they do definitely elevate you spiritually and force you to get out of that comfort zone and continue to grow. There's a base resonance of unconditional love that comes with soulmate connections. I'm not saying that's what this has to be, but I get a strong indication for a lot of you watching it is. It could be a past life soul connection. It could be a soul connection that comes, it's a soul connection that comes with a lot of growth and a lot of lessons and a lot of love and a lot of deep, true connection. That's what I'm getting here. This person, we have the mystical sister coming out. You two are soully bonded. You're bonded at a soul level. This talks about an ally that comes into our life at just the right moment in time. And that's coming through for the whole reading here in the energy between you and your person. It felt like fate when you met each other. It still feels like fate every time you talk to this person. The two of you are bonded at a very, very deep level, regardless of what label you want to put on this connection. You two are very, very closely intertwined, and it probably feels that way. And it's something that both of you recognize. Even if you don't believe in soul contracts or soul connections, it's just something that your gut feels at your core that this person is important, this person feels like home, and this person is forcing you to grow into a better version of yourself, and vice versa. When I say this person, like your person is likely feeling the exact same way, maybe just from their own perception. And I'm curious to see what's going to come out in the tarot for you when we dive into their thoughts and feelings. This could be a divine counterpart situation as well with the androgen coming out here. This talks about a balance between masculine and feminine, and I'm seeing a lot of repeating images here. I saw another black and white card want to come out, but it didn't earlier when I was shuffling from this deck, and I'm picky about cards when they come out, so I reshuffled it, and then this one came out. We have that repeated over here as well with the yin yang, light, dark, divine masculine, divine feminine balance. So this could be a divine counterpart situation. One of you embodies more divine masculine energy and the other one embodies more divine feminine energy. Or it could be that this connection is helping to bring in harmony between the two because we all have both within us. Maybe one of the lessons or the takeaways from this connection is helping both of you to find that true balance within yourselves, what feels right, what resonance you really want to be at, so on and so forth. It brings out a lot of truth as well. The Aletheia card is quite literally translated to truth. So I think it's forcing you to look at things different and push out of your comfort zone. Again, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You might be confused at some points in this connection. You might have a difficult time sort of digesting the situation, probably because one moment things are beautiful and harmonious and peaceful, and the next moment you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride of growth and transformation. It can be a lot. So I guess just prepare yourself for that. It might get frustrating at times. Someone in this connection could have maybe a bad temper. Okay, maybe sometimes they have a tendency to get very defensive or reactive. That could also be both of you. I think it's also helping you to kind of cool that down. Something about this connection is trying to help both of you to regulate your emotions better. Maybe learn how to say you're sorry when you've done something wrong, how to apologize, and how to make situations right and purify them instead of bottling up resentments, or frustrations, okay? They also just said keep an eye on your person, but don't do it to the degree where you're causing problems or trust issues. Just, keep an eye on the situation, pay attention to them, and sometimes it's better to sit back and observe instead of jump into reacting right away. If you think of the energy of the crocodile, they're very, very sneaky. And I'm not saying in a bad way, but they will sit and observe on the surface of the water for hours if they need to, kind of just watching, waiting, observing until it's the right time to strike, right? So that could be another element here, is it's important for you and your person to learn. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back and just watch how things play out for a little while instead of just instantly coming in and reacting and getting heated. That could be another thing. Like if you and this person get in a disagreement or something like that, instead of jumping in and saying things you don't mean in the heat of the moment, maybe take a step back, take a breather, watch, observe your own emotions, their emotions, and react when the time is right, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on with your person. Let's see what's going on with your person. Okay. We're going to pull some tarot now. Tarot time. All right. So I'm going to start with their thoughts and feelings and then go with the flow as I see fit. I may pull some cards on their intentions. We'll kind of just go with the flow for this section is what I'm feeling called to do. I'll pull any clarifiers if I need to. Let's dive right into it. Talk to me about this person's thoughts and feelings about the viewer. The Fool came out right away. I'll pick that up. It fell to the floor. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this connection feels like an adventure to your person as well. I don't think they've ever been in a connection quite like this before. And it's forcing them to be more confident in themselves and their leadership skills. Maybe your person was the type that let people boss them around in the past, or they let other people kind of dictate the course of the connection. I think this is forcing your person to take some risks, take the lead, and be more self-assured. Okay. Oop. Okay. Yeah, definitely with that King of Wands coming out. There are some things that your person has carried into this connection that they are well aware are not serving them, that they have to have the strength to leave behind. More than likely, these aren't people, it's third-party energy, but I don't think it's people. I don't think it's like an ex or a past person. I think what they acknowledge they need to leave behind would be more akin to mindsets, habits, beliefs that don't serve them, patterns, wounds, that type of third-party energy that maybe they had carried for a really long time, almost to the point where they integrated it in with their personality, like that's who they thought they were or something like that. I just heard gambling. I don't know, somebody might have a gambling problem. Like maybe that was just what they did every weekend, was they went to the casino and they gambled away their paycheck or something like that, almost to the point where what they're showing me is this pattern or habit or mindset or whatever the third party is something that they almost like intertwined with their personality. This is who they are. This is what they do. I go to the casino every Friday night with my friends. That's just what we do. That's our hobby. That's our side hustle. That's whatever it is, even if it wasn't serving them because they lost all their money every Friday night. You know what I mean? They are coming to the recognition that they need to make a change. They need to walk away from that or whatever the third party is because it's not serving them at all whatsoever. They need to try something new and they need to take charge and make that decision for themselves. So I don't think it's something you have explicitly told them they need to do. Not like you're bossing them around or giving them ultimatums, but more or less there's just something about your energy and the nature of the connection that is forcing them to want to make the change for themselves. It wakes them up, okay? Wakes them up. They wanted these two cards to come out together. Give me a second because I have to figure out how to like lay this out. Okay, give me a moment. That was a very big message. That must be a really important thing your person's meant to take away from this connection, is breaking out of patterns that keep them stuck. Okay. Whatever that is. And I feel like it's something you're aware of. I don't think it's a secret to you. I really am not getting third party like people being involved here, more or less a pattern, a belief, a mindset, a habit, something like that they got to let go of. And your person is attributing that change to you. Like I said early into the reading, this connection is very true. It's very deep, but it's going to challenge the heck out of both of you. And this is one of their challenges. Maybe you have a similar challenge. It could be that it's mirrored if that's the case. Maybe there is some mirroring going on here, but it's forcing you out of your comfort zone, and same with your person. And this is one of their comfort zones, is this third party energy that they have to break away from and have the strength and confidence to do that for themselves. Not because you want them to or told them to or anything like that. This is something that's coming from inside of them. Now, the Lovers and the Devil came out together. To me, I'm taking that message as very simple. I feel like there's a lot of spice between the two of you. There's a lot of fire, there's a lot of passion, and a lot of chemistry. And so, yes, this is challenging for your person. When they think about you, they feel like they've already made a lot of changes. They're continuing to grow, but the chemistry and the connection that the two of you share is super intense as well to them. So it's not all growth and challenges and difficulties. It's also very fun, very exciting, very fulfilling to this person. And I do believe that I would say that they do look at you as somebody they really see in their life long term. They love you. They see you as their partner, their person, their soulmate, their counterpart, whatever you want to say. They view you as that. And they also feel like an unbreakable bond between the two of you. So like if you were to just up and leave their life, I don't think this is the connection your person could let go of in 5-10 years. I feel like they would still feel bonded to you. They would still feel attached to you. The cords the two of you share with each other, like the two of you are hand in hand. You're deeply intertwined. That's something your person thinks about. They feel very enmeshed with you, I guess you could say. Okay. So let's get out some messages from your person to you now. Let's do messages. What would this person say if they felt like they could be completely open and honest? Oop. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Ego. Okay. Escape. I left when things got hard. Okay, so your person may have a runner mentality. They may run away from things when they're difficult sometimes. That could be something that their ego has become accustomed to. Run away, don't deal with it, bury it away when things get tough, when things get hard, instead of facing things head on. That might be another challenge your person is faced with here. We also have destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. Again, charting their own course seems to be difficult for your person. One of their challenges is to step up and take the lead in their own life instead of letting other people dictate their course or chart their course for them, or sitting by and letting time pass by while they sit there not making firm decisions. We also have guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. So yeah, I don't think your person intends on hurting you or disrupting this connection. They do feel guilty when things like that happen because they truly love you. They really do love you. It's just, again, this connection brings out a lot of growth, a lot of change, and that can be tough to handle. I mean, even people who are well on their spiritual journey and are committed to that growth, it's still hard. It's still freaking hard. It's not easy to make huge changes. The ego really likes to resist change. My ego keeps getting in the way. Exactly. Yep. It's a battle. It's a battle for sure. They don't want to hurt you though. They do feel guilty when they do things that hurt you or bother you or disrupt the connection. They do feel guilt for that. It's not something they want to do. I don't think this person ever intentionally tries to hurt you or anything like that. Okay. You run through my mind constantly. Yeah, they're always thinking about you. Like I said, this is the type of connection where if it were to come to an abrupt end, like if you were to walk away or something like that, you would be the one that got away for this person. That type of thing. Like, I don't think they'd ever fully be able to let the connection go. Wouldn't be easy for them to do that, at least. So, all right, let's get out tiles and charms. Do you see how that wanted to like do that? Okay, I don't know what to make of that. So, okay. All right. All right, tiles and charms. This is for bonus info, concite, confirmation, insight. It'll get a little noisy, so if that bugs you, turn your volume down until everything's laid out over here. I feel like I need to get more than just 3. There we go. Okay, we have A, Y, L, I, G, and A. Okay. Gala, a fancy ball or a dance or something. Somebody's name could be Gail. I also just heard Layla. We also have a B. That was a lot of charms. Hold on a second. I'm getting distracted, you guys. We have a lot of charms. All right. We have a dragonfly coming out here. We have a butterfly. To me, this is lots of change, transformation, mastering through illusions, discovering self, discovering innermost self. I can't get this charm up. Hold on, that's bugging me. We have a sunflower. Those could be important symbols for the connection. We also have a palm tree. Okay, somebody could live in a tropical place, plants. There's a lot of nature stuff coming through. So nature could also be really important to both of you. Maybe you like to go on hikes, walks, spend time in nature, vacation to new natural places, you name it. And then we have purplish pink lipstick. So somebody could wear purplish pink lipstick. Or again, maybe the two of you like to kiss. Affection, physical affection could be really important to this connection too. Okay. All right, let's get out some personal messages for you now before we close the reading off. hope you've enjoyed today's reading, by the way. I hope it's resonated with you. All right, so we have the dolphin. Let's get out your affirmation of the day. So like I noted earlier in the reading, these are just for you. It doesn't have to relate to this connection. If you are still with me, comment a dolphin emoji down below. You can also comment your affirmation to affirm it with me. I'll hold it up in a moment for you guys. We have the dolphin with peace. The gentle nature of the dolphin reminds you to look for the good in everyone and strive to bring peace to your life and those around you. Trust your instincts and intuition rather than overthinking things. Also, dolphins represent both intelligence, seriousness, and playfulness. As a spirit animal, they embody both of those opposite energies, right? So maybe you as a person have a tendency to sometimes get too serious, or you're very intelligent, you're very intellectual, but then you can also be quite youthful and playful and joyful. You might have a really good balance to yourself with that. Your affirmation of the day is, I believe in myself. If someone you care about needed encouragement, you would show support and faith. Then why wouldn't you do the same for yourself? Give yourself the same treatment you would give your best friend. Very true. Very, very true. Also, when it comes to negative self-talk, there's another really good lesson in there. If you have a tendency to have negative self-talk or a negative view of self, imagine someone said those same things to your dearest loved one, whoever that is for you, your best friend, a family member. Imagine you said what you just said to yourself, or somebody else said that to someone you love. Like, you would stand up for that, right? You would not tolerate that. So you should not be saying that to yourself either, right? Just saying. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you again for joining. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. And until next time, bye for now.